everyone, welcome back to my channel. My name is Deszren. Most people call me Des. Feel free to call me whichever. Today I'm going to be retwisting Dre's hair. He's about 1 year and August, September, October, 3 months? A year and 3 months into his lock journey. And I really like recording these videos for you guys because not only do you get to see where my hair is, I would consider myself to have baby locks at this point, but you also get to see someone who has more mature locks. So the big question that I have for this video is it necessary to use a comb, or should you use a comb when retwisting? Now later on in this video you are going to see me use a comb on certain parts of his hair. I don't use a comb on all of his hair to comb his new growth, simply because most parts don't need it, but he does have some areas that are looser in texture compared to the rest of his hair, which is why I was using a comb, because it's impossible to get all the hairs into the lock just with your fingers. So I really want you guys to comment below and let me know if you guys use a comb to retwist your hair, if you've always done that, if you never do it. I just really want to know, because the more I retwist his hair, the more I retwist my boyfriend's hair, who has more mature locks. He's had locks for like 6 years now. I notice different things and I learn different things as I go, and my mind changes with certain methods and certain things. So I just want to know your opinion, your take on it, because everyone maintains their locks differently. I'm using the same stuff I always do on his hair. I actually used my homemade rose water this time. I had the time to make it, so I made some of that for him. So that's what you see me spraying onto his hair. I'm using hemp seed oil, the oil that's in the applicator bottle. You'll see that throughout the video, to apply to his scalp. And then I use my Lily of the Desert aloe vera jelly to put on his new growth to retwist. So this area is one of those spots I was talking about earlier. As you can see, there is a noticeable difference in the texture of his hair in this spot. He also said that this spot is more sensitive on his scalp compared to other places, which would make sense. But I'm really making sure that I'm saturating this area with water and oil. It just helps smooth the hairs down even more. I really like to take my time with parting as well, because I am a perfectionist. Any of my Virgos out there know I am a perfectionist. You probably are a perfectionist as well if you are an earth sign. I think it's just in our blood. Anywho, I just really like to take my time because that is important to me, making it look clean and neat. That's what he likes when he has a retwist done anyways, so I try my best to make it look as even as possible. This will also help make sure that you're getting all the hairs are supposed to be in the corresponding lock, in that lock, and they're not going into other places that they do not belong in. So as you can see, I'm combing this area because these hairs tend to just go everywhere, and you will see me comb it over and over again to really make sure that it's smooth. And I also like to lightly palm roll this spot too, just to make sure that it's staying in place. You'll see that when I do other locks as well. You will see me locksmithing some of his locks as well. Sometimes when you retwist and there's like a little bulb between the new growth and the locked part, you want to make sure that that is being condensed and it's actually wrapping around each other and sticking to each other, so it doesn't create fuzz and the new growth comes out. You want it to all stick together. So this right here, just palm rolling it a little bit, was to make sure that all the hairs I just combed in place stay in place, and I just unravel it to apply the gel and actually palm roll to retwist it. Also, don't be afraid to get the excess gel or whatever product you're using off of the lock, as you see me do. I like to kind of squeeze it out and just wipe it on a towel, because once that dries and the lock soaks it up, that is what can cause buildup a lot faster. I noticed this time there really wasn't buildup in his hair, which I was very surprised, because last time I retwisted his hair I did notice buildup, but then I didn't notice it this time. No matter what, the next time I do his hair, I'm still gonna do an apple cider vinegar rinse, just because he's probably due for one anyways. But like I said, just make sure that you're getting off that excess gel, product, whatever it is, in order to avoid any unnecessary buildup. I also wanted to make it a point that I'm way more comfortable with combing the new growth of more mature locks than starter locks, because with starter locks, your hair obviously is not locked yet, and a lot of the times when you comb your new growth, you're really just combing the part that was beginning to lock, and it's like starting from square one all over again. But with someone's hair who is already matured and is locked and is not going anywhere, I really don't think combing new growth causes many issues, because you're not really combing anything that isn't locked yet, if that makes sense. So you're not combing out the part that's locked because it's already locked and not going anywhere. So I definitely would not be combing his hair like this if he was still in a starter lock phase, but because his hair is more mature, it's definitely more comfortable for me to do. I also think, I know, okay, sorry, I'm talking a lot in this video, but y'all, I really love to talk about hair. But I also think that a lot of people that do comb their new growth all the time or every retwist, it might also be for an aesthetic purpose, just so their hair looks more clean, looks more smooth and neat. But for me personally, that's not really like a big deal for me, but I understand that that is for a lot of people, which is no issue at all. But of course, like I said, if you are in your starter lock phase, you might run into issues where your hair could be taking a little bit longer to lock, because you are combing out the parts that are already beginning to lock. This is the final result of his hair. Mac is always in the tea, y'all. My goodness. But I'm super satisfied with how his hair came out. His scalp looks great, clean, nice and fresh and crisp. Woo! I did that, y'all. I did that. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this retwist. Please let me know what you guys think about using a comb for your retwist. I just want to open up this discussion and just talk about it. But this is it for his results. If you guys want to see more of his lock videos, I do have an entire playlist from the past couple months of me doing his hair, so you guys get to see how his hair has changed from then till now. And that's pretty much it for this video. Thank you guys for watching, and I'll see you guys next time.